The Town of Cedar Lake Unsafe Building Department meeting for September 15th, 2021 is called to order. Please stand for the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Roll call, please.
Mr. Dennis Wilkening,
Yes.
Mr. Richard Sharp,
Here.
Ms. Colleen Sheben will be absent, Mr. Deutschmeyer,
Present.
Jill Mertz,
Present.
Chief Todd Wilkening,
Here.
Ashley Abernathy, present.
Do we have a motion to approve the minutes from the August 18th, 2021?
Motion.
Motion by Danny, seconded by me. Roll call, please, for the vote.
Mr. Wilkening,
Yes.
Mr. Sharp,
Yes. Motion carries 2-0. Action items, number 1, 12740 Hilltop, Brown, Bircham. Is anyone here for those properties? Nobody here? Where were we on this, Ryan? We had issued an order, is that correct?
Yeah, the order for demolition was issued on August 23rd. You'll recall at the last meeting, day of the meeting, we got contacted by an attorney down in Winnemac, I believe, somewhere down there.
Yeah.
Never heard another word from him. I did
Okay.
then get contacted by a local attorney who may have been taking the case. I spoke with him, and then another local attorney who apparently the case has possibly been passed to. Never heard from either of them that they were taking the case, and I have not heard anything further on this particular piece of property.
And we have not heard anything either, correct, Jill?
No, and they were, in their file is the notices that were sent to all of the interested parties via certified mail.
Okay.
The notice is posted, by the way, on the building.
The notice has been posted, yeah.
Yes.
Do we know if there's still gas? We don't know that, do we? If gas is still connected there?
I believe the gas is still connected.
So we couldn't tear it down if we wanted to, could we?
We could. We gotta get the gas shut off.
Yeah, I mean, after the gas got shut off. Yeah, exactly. Okay.
And when we issue the final orders, I mean, that, they have to get served on the defendants anyways, so that sort of accounts for the lag time. They get notice of it, gas gets shut off,
Okay,
and then the demolition can begin.
okay. Do we want to issue the final order on that? Yeah, Chief recommends it? Okay, you want to make a motion?
I'll make a motion for us to start the demolition processes.
Okay.
And that motion would be to issue the final demolition order.
This will be the final then?
Correct, that's what the motion should be.
Okay. Okay, Danny makes a motion to issue the final demolition order. I'll second that motion. Roll call, please.
Mr. Wilkening,
Yes.
Mr. Sharp,
Yes. Motion carries 2-0. Okay, thank you. Item 2, 14620 Bryant Street, Frick, Tom Frick property. Is anyone here on that property?
Yep.
Well, I think I know what you guys are here for. I'm just wondering if Mr. Frick has anybody here, or if he's here.
Can you guys raise your hand who is here for that property? Okay, all right, good.
Is everyone, or is the people in the back are not, they're here for something else? Okay, okay.
I'd recommend that structure be torn down as well.
Do we have then, and
We do have a report on it, yeah.
oh, I'm sorry. We have a report and I think probably everybody, the people that are here for that would agree with that, is that correct?
Correct.
Yeah.
We're talking about the house and not the garage, is that correct, Chief?
Yeah.
Okay, okay. Yeah, because we got pictures and it's been too long, so. Danny, do you want to?
Yeah, I'll make the motion, we gotta start the demo on that then, right?
Demolition order.
Demolition order.
I'll make the
So wait a second, if memory serves me, Jill, wasn't the demo order on this one already?
It was last.
And that was the one that we had a little bit of lag time on.
Correct.
He appeared at the last
He
meeting,
appeared at the last meeting.
and raised a little bit of stink, but is not here tonight. He was given until today to knock that property down, so, what's on the docket then for today, if there's a motion, would be to enter that final order of
It was still there
demolition.
yesterday.
Yeah, the final would be tonight, yeah.
Yeah, I got it down here now, demo was ordered last month.
Yeah, so this is the final demolition order, if the board's going to enter that.
You wanna make that motion?
Yeah, I'll make that motion that, this is the final order, so, yes, I'll make the motion that we tore down.
And I'll second that motion. Roll call.
Mr. Sharp, for
Yeah, I'm
the
sorry.
record, can you, in your motion, that this is just for the house, correct?
Yeah,
This is just for the house,
just for the house.
Thank you.
Yes. So we have a motion and a second, just for the house on Mr. Frick's property at 4620 Bryan Street.
Mr. Wilkening?
Yes.
Mr. Sharp?
Yes, motion carries 2-0. Okay.
Can I ask a question?
Yes, you
How
may.
long does that take, sir?
What kind of paperwork is to go still,
Well,
Ryan?
we'll have the orders ready and over to Jill tomorrow, along with the affidavit for Tim. So Tim's got to post the final order, all the mailings have to go out, and again, if there's gas or
Or
electricity.
electric or whatever, it has to be turned off.
So,
When the final motions go out, then that notifies the owner that that needs to be turned off. So as soon as that goes off, then,
And then when it could be scheduled with our public works.
yeah, I believe in the
department.
past, Tim always contacted NIPSCO, and it's just
Yeah.
kind of at their mercy as to
Yeah.
when they'll come out and disconnect it.
A month?
It could be because of NIPSCO's timeframe, yeah.
Okay.
yeah.
No more than that, or?
Yes, it could be.
No, we're not gonna say
There
that.
have been some that it's taken a little longer to get the
Okay.
utilities shut off.
What's the worst case scenario?
A year.
Couple
Couple months.
year?
Honestly, it depends on, we need to get it on our public works
Yeah, there's
schedule.
a tag there, Kevin, yeah.
It's not anymore. I watched them pull it off the house.
Yeah, but the order will have them come back out,
Okay.
so they'll have to reevaluate it anyway, so. He can pull it off all he wants, it's still in NIPSCO's system,
Okay.
okay?
Without a representative from Public Works here, I don't wanna
Yeah, we can't commit to his
commit to
schedule.
their
I
schedule.
understand, I just,
Yeah. No,
It'll
I
get
understand.
done because he's been knocking houses down pretty quickly, so.
Yeah, yeah. Does a good job of it, so.
The other factor here is, this is one of probably 3 that are set to possibly go down.
Yeah, so, yeah.
So,
So that isn't the only one, but it's one of a few, so, okay?
okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you, everybody, for showing up. We appreciate the interest in the community, so. I know you were not coerced, but urged by somebody to show up, and that's great, so thanks.
She just asked nicely.
Yeah, thank you, guys.
All right, thank you, we're done?
Yeah, we're done with
All
that.
right.
Yeah.
welcome to stay. No, I got there.
Not that it
You folks have a good
hasn't.
night.
Yeah.
Thank you for all you do.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Item 3, 13010, Theodore or whatever it is. The odor. Zenowiski's house, and I believe that is,
Going.
that's down, okay, that's down, okay. And they did it themselves, because they had a permit to do that, and, okay,
Yeah, the only thing left is the
Clean up.
block foundation.
okay. And you
But
say
the
they have a dumpster there,
The
and,
dumpster's full, so he's probably waiting for it to pick it up where they can, bring in another one and get the rest of it picked up.
okay, very good. Thanks,
so
Dave.
that one is probably appropriate to move it to an update, just to make sure that.
Just to,
the
yeah,
rest of it
if we
gets
can
moved
move that to an update, thanks, Ron.
I can move it, an
Go
update
ahead.
to the November meeting that will tie with the end of their permit
Yes,
that
that
they
would
have.
be perfect. I think that'd be perfect.
Okay.
Yeah, very good.
Who follows up on that, Tim?
We will check with the building department, to make sure the permit was
Let me ask you
closed
a
out.
question. I know at one time in the town when we tore a building down that the, a lot of people wanted to just fill it in without taking the foundation or anything out. And they were told that they had to be cut down a foot or 18 inches below ground level.
Tim's been taking everything out.
Tim takes it all out.
He's
Okay,
been,
yeah,
Got it all come out now?
he's been taking it all out when he's done them, yeah.
okay. Okay, very good. Something actually worked, huh? Number 4, 7512 West 128th Lane, Kelly, and what do we have on that, Jill? Anything?
You have your report, under tab 4. Property owner was notified. I have not received any response. As a matter of fact, the mailings came back.
What do we know on this, Ron? Do we know anything? Or?
For Kelly?
It's not under 4.
Yeah, it's not under 4.
That's
What?
Crum. Crum is under 4.
Well, then I have them backwards.
Yeah, you flip-flopped them aside.
Sorry.
We got title back on the Kelly property. There are a lot of people to notify on this one, including state and federal agencies related to tax liens. That property is comprised of 4 parcels. 3 of those parcels were the subject of tax sale. One of them was not, for whatever reason. But I was able to get the tax sale purchaser information from the Lee County Auditor's Office today. So I have them all listed on a demolition order, if that is the pleasure of the board.
With no response, never heard from him, I think that probably should be. Don't you, Denny, or?
Yeah.
That house is default.
Yeah.
Yeah, that could go down. It should go down.
So we have a demolition order on that one already?
No, we have it ready for
We didn't look at that
tonight
today.
if
We
you
should.
guys want to.
We want to make a motion to issue a demolition order.
At your last meeting, you directed Ryan to run title.
Run all the title work and things, okay.
Okay, I'll make that motion to
Issue final.
No, this is just the first demolition order.
The first
Initial
demolition order. Yeah,
first demolition order.
and I'll second that.
Mr. Wilkening?
Yes.
Mr. Sharp?
Yes. Motion carries 2-0. Okay, thank you. Number 5, 7B20 West 139th Place, Crum property.
How are you?
Good, how are you?
Good.
Could you state your name and for the record, please? Yeah.
My name is Anthony DeFries. I am the manager for Indiana Acquisition LLC, which is abbreviated INACQ LLC.
Okay, and your address, just for the record.
My home address,
Or whatever you want, yeah, whatever.
132 Ocean Harbor in Las Vegas, Nevada.
Okay,
My partner and I flew out from Las Vegas, Nevada just to attend this meeting.
okay.
We feel pretty special.
Yeah. Las
But
Vegas to Cedar Lake.
But we're having a good time while we're here. so.
Okay, very good,
All
sir.
right,
You
so-
just came to cool off, right?
Yeah, exactly. Well, we were just enjoying a nice brew right over here, looking at the lake, and wow,
Yeah, it's kind of pretty, isn't it?
yeah, it's really nice.
Don't tell too many more people.
Well, the only people we're going to tell are the people that we can hopefully sell that house to when we fix
Okay.
it up. So
Okay.
our intention, we purchased the property on or about what was it, April 2nd at the tax sale.
That's a tax sale,
At the
okay, you
tax
purchased
sale.
it at that time?
That,
Okay.
well, we purchased the certificate.
Yeah, okay,
We paid quite a bit for that, in the realm of $41,000.
okay.
And so, clearly our intent is not to lose the property. We hope that it's not torn down. We intend to fix it and build it up and do something really nice to it. We were actually over there yesterday, met the neighbors and made some new friends.
Okay, so they know you? And
Yeah,
okay.
yeah, and we have each other's numbers,
That's
email
great.
address.
That's great.
I do have a bid from Shop Green Insulation, a contractor. It's a kind of a rough draft, but I can get a more detailed draft if you guys need it, but.
Yeah, if you could, and just,
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I actually have it on the email. He emailed it over to me today.
okay.
But-
Need to bind Stephanie.
That's not my
and
department.
this is Stephanie, our agent. She's our
Buy it.
real estate agent who was shouting, "Should we buy it? Yes, yes, buy it,"
Oh.
at the tax sale. So she's the one that's gonna be putting it on the market and selling it when we fix it
Get
up.
it fixed up?
Yeah.
And that's your intent to, do you
That's our
tear it down
intent.
first, or do you?
No, we're gonna use the
Just
existing
fix it up?
structure
Okay,
and we're
okay.
gonna add on to it, but we're gonna, it's, of course,
So
it's.
we're not gonna wreck
Did
it.
you take a good look at the foundation of that house?
Yeah, we were there yesterday, and whatever needs to be done, we'll make it happen. I have extensive experience in Las Vegas doing rehabs and flips for the past 10 years.
Tony and I did speak to the neighbors today too as well.
Okay.
They did express the fact that they talked to you.
Good.
They were concerned about the fact that you were gonna try to rebuild it
Okay,
and not tear it down and build something new.
okay,
We told them that that's an option for you to come up with a plan,
okay,
so that they felt that they're hearing from the public officials as well, that you have that option as well.
okay.
And
So they prefer us to completely tear it down?
well, they don't believe that they don't believe that it's gonna be
It's salvageable.
rehabable, yeah, so.
And do they believe because of foundation issues?
Yeah.
Or just
I think
because?
foundation.
I looked at the foundation too, it needs some work, but, that house could be fixed, and even, it suffered a devastating fire, it really did.
Yeah.
It is a mess, but,
You have to jack that house up to put a foundation under,
Yeah.
that costs a lot of money, you might as well start from new.
well,
you know?
it's up to you guys to come up with a plan, and if you do, and it meets all the codes and everything,
Mhm.
obviously, the town, we, our building department will make sure that happens,
So, of
so.
course.
We're just happy to hear that you're here to, start moving forward on it, and we'd
Yes.
kind of like to have a time frame on which you would be able to start working on this, because the neighbors are very antsy about it possibly burning down again.
Sure.
And I hate to have it hands of the neighbor.
I understand. And so we can't start any work until we actually own the property, and so that's why we're asking for a continuance, because I believe that we're going to apply for the title and
Okay.
for quiet title, but we can't do that until October 7th.
Just so this commission knows that property, the owner of that property it was a nightmare on who actually owned the property. So the owner of the property and the house subleased it to the actual occupant. The occupant then signed a contract stating that they would take total responsibility for the property, and then disappeared after the fire.
Sure.
And the insurance, there was not insurance on it, so.
We're not gonna disappear, that's for sure.
Okay, no, I,
We-
That's why it took 20-some months to
Yeah.
get through this process,
Yeah.
because there was all this
Yeah.
legwork that had to be done.
Yeah, we're already heavily invested, we plan not to
good.
lose that investment.
We're glad you're here today.
Thank you.
Sure.
Thank you.
Just out of curiosity, I see that you guys filed the petition for issuance of tax deed, looks like that's set for October 7th. Presumably you'll clear out the taxes and all that stuff, and then are you intending to file a quiet title after that?
Correct.
So what's your time frame on the repairs? Is it once there's a decision on the quiet title, or once you've gotten the title through the tax?
Well, we can't start until we actually have title.
Understood, yes, after October 7th.
Sure. And
So are you intending to start doing stuff after
Immediately.
October 7th?
Immediately, yeah. As soon as, almost day of, contractors ready to start.
Yeah, I just know that quiet title can take a while, that's why I was just wondering, so.
Yeah, and so that's the other concern. I'm not familiar with how long a quiet title might take in this,
Depends if anybody shows up.
which I don't think, right? Nobody's shown up in 2 years, right? So yeah.
I think they're both, or actually the owner's really anxious to get out from underneath the problem.
Yeah,
I talked to him not too long ago, so
okay.
I'm hoping that you don't have an issue.
yeah, they will.
I think that the.
It'll go smoothly, halfway smoothly anyway?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. All right, well, I appreciate that, and I'm happy to keep in contact. I don't know if there's a specific person that
Could you keep you've been contacted Jill, I think, you've been in contact with Jill, could you stay in
Are
contact
you Jill?
with her?
I'm Jill.
Nice to meet you, Jill. I spoke to you on the phone, yeah.
Yeah, I think you two have been talking, and I think if you could, just communicate with her.
Absolutely.
Okay?
You gotta get the permit.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have to
Perfect.
confirm everything, yeah.
Let her
She'll
know
guide you
whatever
through the process.
whatever you need.
Okay.
She'll
No, I
correct
appreciate
you
that.
wherever you.
Yeah.
She knows all about that stuff.
It's a lot more
But
comfortable.
she'll do it nicely.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Well,
Maybe.
if we're nice, right?
If you're
We gotta be
nice.
nice. Do we have to be
Right.
nice? All right.
That's
But
exactly.
it's a lot more, it feels a lot more comfortable over here than like Las Vegas. It's just so much more, like red tape. It's more like community over here. I can feel, it's a little bit of a smaller feel, like,
Yeah.
like it's gonna be a little more helpful, so.
But we try to work
Just try to
with
be
people
helpful.
to make the community better, so.
Absolutely.
Um,
And that's what we wanna do. We wanna put
Yeah.
a nice structure on it, and our intent is to sell it afterwards.
Sure.
And
And you already got X number of dollars in it, so,
Absolutely.
yeah.
What if we provide an update on this at your November meeting? If that,
Yeah, I mean, by then, the tax sale
Yeah.
should be
Right.
concluded, and
Yeah,
we can figure out
that
what's
would be
going on.
great.
Yeah, we'll have an update in November.
and then maybe you can have a better timeline.
Sure,
For us
and
to
then we'll
provide
have
to
a more
them.
detailed bid.
Yeah.
By that time, hopefully, we can have the opportunity to investigate the structure, the foundation a little
Sure.
further,
Yeah,
and see if we can salvage that, because of course, I would prefer to do that,
I understand, yeah.
so.
And you're more than welcome to fly back out if you want to.
We're going to. Look how much fun we're having on this trip.
It's gonna be a lot colder then.
Yeah, for sure.
So,
And when's the November meeting? Do we know? 20th, November 20th.
That's it.
Thank you, Bob.
November 17th.
Or the 17th.
17th.
Yeah.
17?
What's the same?
Third one,
The 20th is
Either or
Saturday.
both?
Well, I went down.
Only one.
Okay. November 17th.
November 17th.
November
I'm sorry.
17th, correct.
Thank you, Joe.
So we'll catch up probably the week before that.
Okay, perfect. Okay,
What was
great.
your, yeah, what were your names again? I'm sorry.
Anthony and my business partner Ron. Yeah, Anthony DeFries and Rontario Hester.
Okay, and
Your
Joe's
company,
got all
what's the
that,
name of
right?
INACQ LLC.
Okay.
Headquartered out of Las Vegas, Nevada.
Las Vegas.
Okay,
Yeah.
very nice, very good.
But it's doing business in Indiana.
Yeah, okay, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Great, it's
very
nice to
good.
meet everybody.
Nice to meet you, thank you for
Okay,
coming out here.
we look forward to.
Let us know if they come to Vegas.
Yeah, oh yeah, you
Yeah,
guys
yeah,
come along and
yeah.
just look us up, right?
Yeah.
We have a couple burnouts over there that you can,
Oh, nice.
stay in. Okay,
Can we
have
get
a
a
nice day,
motion to
thank you.
continue this to November?
Yeah.
Yeah, just make a motion, continue to November. Okay, I'll make the motion to continue.
I'll second the motion to continue to November 17th.
17th.
Mr. Wilkening?
Yes.
Mr. Sharp?
Yes. Motion carries 2-0. Okay. Update items, 7220 West 138th Place. Is that in here somewhere?
No, we did not do
Okay,
a report on that.
that's right, that's right, that's right.
Tony and I went out today and looked at two other, that structure and another structure on 138th, Place, next street over.
Okay.
We're gonna put that, another one on that list as well. I sent Jill the pictures of it. For some reason, I still can't email my pictures off my phone. So,
Don't feel bad.
we have a,
I'm in good
I do the
company.
report, she attaches the pictures,
Okay.
so we're a pretty good team with that.
Yeah.
But, this particular house, yes, is right here on Constitution. I've driven by it a couple of times, never even realized how bad it was.
And it's pretty bad,
It's,
isn't it? 'Cause
it's very bad. There was a order on the back of it, that NIPSCO has done a shut off on it.
Okay.
And then, it looks like it's in a tax sale. What did you read? Remember what you read on that?
Yeah, the company, the letter from the company, they're representing the mortgage company, basically. So it
Yes.
sounds like it's been foreclosed, and they're trying to not lose it in a tax sale, I imagine. Mortgage company's trying to not to.
Okay.
But this house could go pretty quickly to the deterioration of
It
it.
doesn't look like anybody's living there.
Nobody's living there, nobody can live there, there's no meter, there's no power.
What's the address then?
70,
It's the top one on your list there.
yeah, 70,
7220?
20, yes, 138. When you leave here, just drive down the next road south and you'll see it.
Yeah, you'll see it.
You'll see the backside of it.
Yeah, from here and you can.
This house actually sits in the middle, so you can see from both sides.
We were there, remember, yeah.
Yeah,
The car was parked in the roadway, is that where you're at?
yes. No. Yep. No, I'm sorry. No, that's a different one. That's a whole different one. This one's right here by the town hall.
Okay.
But you can see it from both roads. But then there's another house next to it, 7108, I want to say. Let me pull up my notes here on my phone. That,
West 138th Place also?
Tony and I looked at, I'm sorry, 7308. It's almost directly behind the house, just a little bit west of the house on the next street over, which is Place, yeah. This house, I know that we did an inspection on it one time before, tried to, they, went around the house and put ladders and stuff up around it to make it look like they were working on it, but the ladder's in the same spot it was a month ago, so.
Okay.
You can fool me once, but not twice, so. This house, I'm not sure if it's occupied, it possibly could be, but we need to reach out to these folks and find out what's going on with their property,
Okay, very good.
because it's pretty bad.
Did you say that was a premises report done on the 7220?
Not yet, we just
Not
did
yet.
the inspection today.
Okay.
We'll have it, Tony and I plan on getting together tomorrow. I'm he's learning the process, so we're gonna do the
Yeah,
report. I'll
thanks,
let him do
Tony.
the report.
Yeah, thank you very much.
You bet.
And, I think we'll be a pretty good team because he's gonna need a little bit more work in the winter. And
You think? Well, we'll see.
And I speed up in the winter as far as what's going on, so he can take my
Yeah.
place and then we'll work together.
No,
once
I'm
it
sure you will be
cools
a
off
good
little bit.
team, yeah,
So we'll stay with it, we will. Now, we got 2 people that can do them.
yeah, yeah,
It'll be much easier to get things done quicker, so.
agreed. Okay,
I do have a couple update items,
okay,
and I'm gonna let Ryan talk about the bird residence, because we were.
okay,
on
you were
it
there,
today.
yeah, yeah.
But, the Felicia's property, I talked to Bob Kubiak, the owner. He has met with some contractors and also, has met with, a development firm. The building that's on that property, he's intending on sticking millions into it. He wants to make it a high-end condo, building and then build $1 million homes around it. It's gonna be a very, very, very elaborate property,
Wow,
when it's over with. So he has a game plan, they have somewhat of a, basic idea so far.
Yeah.
So it's moving forward. So the update on Felicia's property, since the new owner is there, he is developing it.
okay,
So,
that's great. Great to
and I
hear.
know that becomes an eyesore, and it's an eyesore, but it becomes a problem every October.
Yeah, we're getting close to Halloween.
The roof of the building that's open, he's having a steel plate put on
Okay,
top of the roof to
super.
cover that hole so people can't fall through it
Yeah.
temporarily and or get in the side of it.
Okay,
So he's securing the building, is what he's
great,
hoping,
that's great.
until he
That's
can start
fantastic.
construction on it.
Finally, huh? Finally, we got somebody.
Yeah, another piece of his property on Lake Shore Drive that's, in pretty bad shape. I talked to him about that while I am on the phone. He has a drawing of that's gonna get redone, but he is interested in possibly tearing that down if he could rebuild there.
Sure.
I told him, that's up to the plan commission, and you gotta come before the plan commission to do all that stuff. I said, I'm worried about the dilapidated building.
Yeah,
And he does have a game plan for that, to start working on it pretty
Okay.
quick like here too,
do
so.
you have the full address on that by chance?
That one,
That's fine, that's
yeah, I
fine.
didn't, write it down.
We can get it.
I just had a conversation with him about solutions, and I wanted to cover that
Yeah.
as well.
Yeah,
While I had him on the phone, because I did have 2 people complain about it.
Complain, okay.
Yeah.
It's the one on Hilltop and Lake.
No, this one's down the street next to Wahlberg's, that old building there that had a boathouse in it.
Oh, okay,
I got you.
okay.
The one next to the one at Hilltop and Parish, or Hilltop and Lake Shore Drive is occupied right now.
Okay,
So,
okay,
and he was doing some work to it, so. I didn't discuss that with him, because it's not an unsafe building.
yeah.
This doesn't meet the standard. So I just wanted to give you guys an update on that, because Felicia's becomes a hot topic every
Yes, it
October.
does.
It's coming up again.
It is.
He's going to stick a lot of money in that property.
It sounds like it, yeah.
So, we gotta give him the time, he's just a brand new owner of it, we gotta give him the time to start a project and to, come up with a game plan for it. But if it goes on for a very long time, then we're back at the drawing board with him again.
Yeah. I think it'll move pretty
I
pretty
think
well.
he's got a really good plan, he's brought some people in from, I think Austin, Texas to
Texas,
come
yeah.
and, that he uses out there for developments that to come up with a game plan for, so.
Good, good.
And with full disclosure, he's a friend of mine, so that's why I know, so.
No, I appreciate that, that's okay.
And I'm very glad that he bought the property, because I know that he will make it nice.
Yeah.
So,
We're allowed to have friends, are we not?
sure,
Okay.
sure. But I'm not giving him an inch.
Carte blanche? No,
He's,
no, no.
he's either gonna fix these buildings, or they're going on the unsafe building list too.
I believe the one you're referring to is 7401 Lake Shore Drive.
7401, okay.
This is the park.
Does it say,
Here's
could be
the park.
on it? Okay, yeah, that's it.
Okay.
He also bought the property across from, the house across from, the, pizza place too, so it's kind of catty corner there, so.
Where the domino, is it domino going in there?
No, it's far,
Oh, the other
it's on the
pizza
lake.
place. Okay,
It's
all right,
down.
all right.
It's a nice house, really nice
Okay.
house, yeah.
Okay.
Pizza Hut?
No.
Pizza
Hut.
Palace.
Pizza Palace.
Yeah, kind of catty corner.
Yeah.
That open lot right there, that's his, and then the house to the west is his as well.
The pizza palace gonna be a Domino's?
No, I misstated.
Domino's is potentially to go across from, the chamber office.
Oh,
Okay, so-
on the,
Yeah.
So with that, we need to talk about the bird residence.
Yes.
An update on that, and, Ryan and I did go to court today, and I'll let him
That's what I understood,
go
yeah.
from there.
Thank you, guys.
Probably about a month ago, we filed the complaint against the birds, Stanley and his wife. We also named, I believe, Wells Fargo, who we believe to be a mortgage holder. I did receive an email from Wells Fargo Monday expressing that they had no interest. I believe that mortgage had been assigned to another mortgage company. They sent me all those documents. So this morning, it was Todd and I, there, to bring the evidence against the birds. Stanley was there, and his daughter Megan was there as well. Ultimately, after all the evidence was put in about the condition, which some of it dates back to about 2018, when Todd was there, I was there, Carrie Kreider was there, I went to the property, and admittedly, the solution that the board kind of came up with at that point in time was more of a Band-Aid, right? It was more aesthetics. The outside had all sorts of things. I think it had pieces of tractors and vans and skid loaders and you name it, it was all out there. The town provided them with a dumpster at that point in time that didn't necessarily correct the structural issues that existed with the property. Notably, holes in the ceiling, holes in the bathroom floor that dated all the way back to 2018. Those were things that I saw. A lot of issues with the floorboards. There was testimony about today that the floor was spongy, for lack of a better term, due to water, due to human waste, due to whatever was existing there. There was testimony about all sorts of critters and creatures, insects mainly, which Megan confirmed that there was an infestation in the property of something, whether it be cockroaches or whatever, but they had planned to get Terminex or some other similar company out there. After the evidence all came in, I mean, Megan in her case essentially acknowledged that the property was not in a good condition, that she had been, trying to encourage her dad to get rid of it. There was some testimony about a reverse mortgage company wanting to offer them what I perceive to be an obscene amount of money for that particular piece of property. We didn't see any documents to confirm that offer actually existed. But ultimately what Judge Parent concluded was that the property was unsafe. He has not given any clearance for demolition of the structure at this time. His concern at this particular juncture was getting Stanley out of the home and to a place where he could be cared for. So the judge has tasked Jeff Williams and myself with contacting some local agencies to try to get Stanley some assistance, both through the Adult Protective Services and through the Veterans Administration, because Stanley had testified that he had served in the Air Force. So we have attempted to make contact with them. I at least have attempted to reach out to Adult Protective Services today. With no luck, all I get is a voicemail, and then you click 0 to get to their inbox, and then it's busy, you can't leave a message. So the judge did leave us the option that, if we can't get movement from them to file emergency pleadings, obviously I hope that doesn't happen. Since his order is resetting the hearing for September 27th, I want to say, it's a Monday, at 10 a.m., in which he's ordered us to appear, he's ordered the birds to appear, and he's also ordered the Adult Protective Services representatives to be there to formulate a game plan to get him out of there. Once we've gotten Stanley out of the home, then we can address what's going to happen with the property itself. Judge Parent's concern, as I noted before, was the safety of the occupant, not necessarily the structure. At this point in time, because he doesn't believe it's sort of in imminent danger of falling in. But obviously, all the testimony and everything that you guys know about the property, it is, from a health standpoint, not a place any person should be living. And with issues with the roof and various other things in the home, it's not good. So the judge was pretty careful. He acknowledged it was an extreme remedy. It's one that probably the first time we've had to file one of those situations. But as I noted, with him, every other house we've dealt with, pretty much in this capacity, has been unoccupied. It's a different ballgame when you're dealing with somebody who's living in a property that isn't safe. And the only real way to get them out, and the safest way, obviously, is to go through court, to prove up our case with the judge, let the judge make an order, and then we can sort of deal with the structure on the back end. So I don't know if they're gonna come up with any plans to repair the structure. I don't know if that structure is even repairable, which is somewhat amazing since Todd had testified that the original property there burned down a number of years ago. Todd thought between 20 and 30, and Megan, who was there on her father's behalf along with Stanley, stated that it was built in 2007, which is almost inconceivable.
I don't
seeing the condition of the property.
I don't see how that's accurate either.
It is
So-
accurate.
Is it, really? Wow.
So the property's 14 years old, and
Oh,
it
my
looks
gosh.
like it's 80.
Yeah.
I mean, it is,
Which was built in 2007.
that's what she said.
That's what she said. I believe
Wow.
Where we're at now is,
lifted it.
he's basically allowed Stanley to remain in the property for the next 10-ish days. That's why he set it over for a short hearing in late September, September 27th. In the meantime, we have to get on the wire with Adult Protective Services, VA, whomever can get him some relocation assistance to get him to a place. Because as the judge noted, it didn't appear that Stanley was really able to care for himself anymore, regardless of how he feels about that. His wife is in
She's in another place, right, Brian?
Yeah, I mean, it was presumed she was in a long-term care facility, but somebody, either him or Megan at the hearing testified that she was living with a relative.
Oh, dear.
So I'm not entirely sure about her status, but she is not in the home. But it is fairly apparent that Stanley probably can't really care for himself, and that was the judge's concern. And that's why, we have been tasked with trying to get him the services he needs so we can get him out of there.
So he can-
And then we can deal with the condition of the property sort of down the road.
Great. Thank you, Ryan. Well, good luck with that process.
The judge was very impressed with the town of Cedar Lake's process and how we treated them and how how the attorneys acted and how the public officials acted when it came to our concerns for the family as well, and that we did everything we possibly could and we were following the right channel. So it was a nice compliment to hear that.
Well, that's
And
mostly to you, Chief.
Yeah, well, at the end of the day, I just care about them. I know
I-
the building is
you're doing a
one
lot
thing,
more.
but
You're doing a lot more, so.
but the building is one thing, but when you go inside and see how people have to live, and it really isn't their fault, it's sad, it's heartbreaking. So, at the end of the day, this town is going to help them, have a better life.
Yeah, and that will be a better life for
Yeah.
him if we can get him into a place that he can live in and, like somebody said, take a shower and,
Get some care.
Yeah.
He obviously needs some assistance, that's
Yeah.
why his daughter's staying with him now. And it didn't really appear that she has the capacity
To-
and the
to do
capability
that,
to continue to do that long-term.
Yeah.
We spent a whole day there when Joan was here. I think, was it Christmas in December when we had that? Wasn't it? We went around cleaning.
Before me.
Remember, Bob?
It would be, Christmas, and it's called something else, but it's in
Whatever it
September.
was.
Christmas in July.
We spent a whole day cleaning that place up and, it just didn't take long to get back in the condition. I said, no.
No, and it was not totally cleaned up when they were here before.
And the town recently gave them a dumpster and
Yeah.
folks went over there and helped. We've done a lot to help this family and, and at the end of the day,
Just can't throw somebody out on the street.
and that wasn't our intention
No,
at
I know.
all. And the judge knows that, and
Good.
he was a very passionate guy. I was very impressed with the judge today.
And if I could just get a read on him early on, I mean, he did not come into this thing with any sort of preconceived notions that we were right. Like
Oh, the judge?
just from what he said and the
Yeah,
way,
yeah.
sort of his mannerisms, as I would have guessed, his attitude coming into this was, there's no way in heck this is happening.
Yeah.
Unless and until he saw the pictures and saw everything.
Yeah.
Even he had some questions for the birds and comments about some of the things the pictures showed. I mean,
We had
seen the
bird
pictures,
markings.
you've been there, it's tough.
Yeah, no, it is, absolutely. Well, great job. That's gonna help him in the long run. Hopefully it's not too late. Hopefully he gets the help he needs. Okay, thank you. Thanks for the report.
Yep.
Anything else, Todd, right now?
No, I'm good, I
Okay.
think we've got fun.
Jill, do you have anything else?
No, number 2 on your update item was, the greens on
Yeah.
131st. At your last meeting, you had deferred that to November. They had come in and gotten a short-term demolition
Right.
permit.
Right.
Hold on, does Cindy want to say something, or?
I think we'll
That
get
would
to
be your-
public comment, yeah.
Okay.
So-
I didn't know if you wanted to.
I do. Your next unsafe structure, 12912 Hilltop, was on your last agenda, and a report was directed to be completed. I don't believe that report is.
Which one was it,
It's in progress.
12912?
Yes,
Next
yes.
one, Cindy.
No, I have not received, or we have not done an inspection on that property yet, we will.
Okay.
She's here to speak upon it.
Yeah, we move to public comment.
Hello.
Hi.
So I'm here to talk about 12912.
Okay, 12912, okay, great.
Okay, that place for over 20 years has needed a new roof. The shingles are falling off, there's no
She needs
grit
to
left
state her
on the
name and
shingles.
Yeah, could you just,
Oh, I'm sorry,
Name and
I'm
address,
Cindy,
Cindy,
I
yeah.
thought, everybody knows me.
yeah.
My name is Cindy Olson, I live at 12916 Hilltop Street in Cedar Lake,
Thank you.
right next door to the property in question.
Sure.
I
Thank
do
you.
have the tenant that's living there with me, Harley. Her name is Karen Davidson. For the last 2 months, she gave Bob Brown, who is the owner of that property, she gave him first and last month's rent when she first moved in, plus a $700 security deposit. The roof has fallen in on her in the living room. It's destroyed her property, her carpeting. She filed a claim with the homeowners, or with the renter's insurance, I'm sorry, and they denied the claim because they said it was an existing condition. Yes, we've been after Mr. Brown to do something with that property for over 5 years. I've offered to buy it from him. The windows are falling out.
And you won't sell it to you, Cindy, or are you just not interested, or whatever?
I don't think
Okay.
Bob is quite
I got you.
all there
Yeah.
anymore. His wife died, and since she's gone, his daughter-in-law,
Yeah.
Jody, has been trying to take care of it, but, you know, she don't do anything either. They're in it for the money.
Yeah.
They collect the rent. They're actually in small claims court with the eviction, asking Harley to give them $1,000. Suing her for $1,000, and yet she's had nothing but damage. Right now, the toilet doesn't even work. She has to use a bucket of water to flush
Sure.
it.
Can I ask her a question?
Sure, Harley?
Would you be willing to let us come in and do an inspection, because you are the occupant, so we have to get permission
I have
from
a
you?
hole in my ceiling in my living room.
Okay,
Windows
what they
that are
like to
broken.
so
I've had
are you
a
available
plastic-
tomorrow then?
Yeah, I've
Okay.
had the plastic.
Tony, what do you
bag.
think? Tomorrow afternoon, we could take it right over, okay.
You know where it's at.
I do, yeah, I did see it coming when I was doing
Yeah.
inspection
Yeah, we
next door.
did
Didn't
remodeled
I
our
talk
house,
to you about
and
it?
this is just, I'll buy the property, we tear it
What a
down.
shame. Well,
and,
thank you for coming in, yeah.
You know, we've got to do something to get
Yeah,
that. It is not
absolutely.
safe. There's holes in there where the birds go in,
Yeah.
the
Lot
cats
of
can
bees
get in,
hives.
bees,
Right.
Are you gonna move out?
yes.
I'm in the process of that right now.
Okay, so there's gonna be nobody living there at all if you move out?
But he's gonna try to rent it.
Okay, the timing is very important here, okay?
Yeah, but it's gonna take me some time because now I got court on October 5th
Okay,
for
well,
the eviction.
it's probably better that you don't move out too quickly, so we can get at least an
Get there.
inspection done.
Get the
okay?
process
Yeah,
started,
but
yeah.
please don't let
Yeah.
him rent it to anyone else.
But we can't control that. other
Stop
than-
that.
Well, if it's
If
unsafe,
it's unsafe, we can start a process,
Yeah.
okay?
Yeah,
So-
Exactly.
That's where we gotta start.
because they will rent it October
Right.
6th if they can get Harley out. She's gonna move by the 15th of October.
You live by yourself, do you have any animals?
2 cats,
You can't, okay, so you have a place to go then, right?
house, the other house won't be available until November 15th.
October.
October 15th.
October 15th, okay.
So
okay.
she'll be out by then.
Okay, good.
That kind of works almost.
It
It
does,
does,
it does kind of,
that's one of the reasons I called Jill and asked her to
You're
start
good,
the
you're
process.
good tonight,
Now,
right?
keep in mind, I mean, we have not seen the structure yet.
Good
I
luck.
can't make you any promises tonight.
From
It
your
has to
description,
meet, it has to meet the state code for an unsafe building, okay? So, until we can actually do an inspection on it, we can't promise anything tonight, Cindy.
I
Well,
understand that.
Other
Just
than,
look
I
at
will
it.
promise you this, we will go do the inspection, and if it meets the criteria, we will move forward.
We'll get started,
Okay.
yeah.
Thank
There's
you
a-
so very much, everybody.
No,
And
thank
with you allowing us to go inside, it helps us. It really
Yeah,
does, so.
no, thank you.
Yeah, she
for-
was hoping that you guys had got out there before he could file the eviction notice, but it's okay.
Because I need to turn everything into.
You probably need to get out anyway.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, because the mold and.
And I would rather you,
Oh, yeah, the mold, I
Yes, we
forgot
would
about
have
the
to-
Mold
mold.
installation.
No,
It
that's-
all
it's-
falling
it's-
down when
it
we're doing
sounds-
it.
yeah.
He left me to clean everything up, he abandoned me.
I'm gonna save you a whole bunch of time. We're gonna come over tomorrow, Tony and I, tomorrow afternoon, and we're gonna try to help you any way we possibly can.
I
I
really,
appreciate it.
You're
we
welcome.
appreciate everything you guys can do to help us with that.
Yes.
And yeah, that, if they do tear it down, I'd be more than happy to buy that property
Okay.
from them.
Very good, thank you,
That's
Cindy,
good to know.
thank you.
Then I could build a garage.
Thank you, Cindy. Thank you, Harley.
Thanks so much,
Okay.
guys.
We're just gonna end up showing up then, okay?
Yeah.
We can't tell you what time, but it'll be tomorrow afternoon
All
sometime.
right, I won't go nowhere, Tony.
Thank you. Any other public comment? Public comment? Seeing none, this meeting's adjourned. Next meeting,